kasunod na araw ng mas mababa sa 10,000 na itatalang mga bagong kaso ng COVID-19 sa bansa. Sa datos po ng Department of Health kahapon, 8,361 ang new cases.
So my name is Francis EBENEZER ROQUE, and I'm an electronics engineering student, and I study here at Polytechnic University of the Philippines. So one of the struggles that I experienced during this online learning setup in the past years was my inability to manage my time properly. Like I find it very difficult to adapt from this kind of setup, because when I was in senior high school, I had a continuous schedule of my sessions of classes, like from 7 to 8 a.m., 8 a.m. to 9, then break time comes in. So it is continuous, and my sessions with my teacher will be continuous. Unlike here in this online learning setup, the sessions with our professors are distributed. Like we have classes during morning, we have classes in the afternoon, and even in the evening. So I find it difficult to do my jobs between those sessions with my teacher. So I need a continuous. I used to do my activities and my assignments in a continuous manner, like from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. and so on and so forth. Plus, I really got a hard time tracking the time during this online learning setup. And ever since the lockdown came in, I've been sleeping very late. So when the online classes came in, it even made me sleep even late, around 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. So, but the thing is, we all learn, as students learn how to adapt in this kind of setup in learning. So, by experience in the past 2 years of this online classroom, we learned how to do more efficiently and more productively compared to the first months of this online class implementation. So it is good to know that as students learn how to manage our time properly. And as we all know, this coming months, or the face-to-face classes will be back. So that is even more good news for us students. So that would be all. That would be my struggles in this online classroom setup.
So this is my second time entering the new normal education. My first was not happy because I encountered a lot of problems, especially when I lost my place in honors list. So I doubt myself before accepting just AEPUP admission. I thought of possible situations that I may encounter if I continue to study. Like I will not have good grades because of financial and emotional problems. But now it really happened. I am fighting with these challenges. I don't have parents with me, so I have to work and to work to survive every day. So to provide also my needs in school, I am struggling with time. I need to balance it. Also, the problems with internet, especially, I need data every day to do my homeworks, to attend synchronous classes, and to keep in touch in class also, and to review the lessons. Of course, because my course is not easy because I'm taking an engineering course, so it is important. So I admit that I always run out of time reviewing some subjects. So not only that, as college student, I have to take care of myself. I don't have proper sleep while in synchronous classes. I have to fight with my sleepiness. So also I have to provide my own medications because actually I'm struggling with major health issue, which is fibroadenoma. So I have solid breast lumps in my both left and right breast. So sometimes it aches and I feel the pain while I am attending classes. So it distracts me on focusing the lesson. But actually, despite of those challenges, I learned one lesson is to don't stop believing. So now I didn't actually regret that I continue to study to enter college because I know that one day I will achieve my dreams and goals fully.
Hi, I'm John Dale Salinas. Here are the struggles I encountered during the online setup. I can access online education as a college student. There are, however, a lot of disadvantages to this method of learning too. The environment is one of the major problems I faced. It's harder for me to focus at the lectures because of the noise of the surroundings as well as the different distractions that I encountered at home. Another thing is the internet connection. The truth is that our country struggles with the internet access, which is one of the difficulties that I am also encountering with my synchronous classes. There was never a day that I didn't complain about our internet connection. Also, given the fact that I'm not the only one who is accessing it at home, but also some of my family members. Even if it might not be a technical issue, this problem is nevertheless common. Being attentive and focused in a typical classroom environment requires self-control. I can't help but engage in that comfort because everyone works from the convenience of their homes. Somehow, falling asleep was simpler and multitasking was more often due to the lack of interaction in online classes. We frequently find ourselves more preoccupied with our cell phones, our dogs, and deliveries than with the current course materials.
My name is John Carya, and I'm here to share my experience and thoughts about online classes. During online classes, it is normal to expect unusual experience. I have those experiences such as sudden brownout because sometimes there is an unexpected brownout that occurs in our place. Sudden favor from my parents while I am doing something or during online classes is also one of my unusual experience in online classes since sometimes they do not know that I have class or sometimes there are some tasks that only I can do. In terms of challenges, one of my challenges is having no internet at all. which interfere with my classes since I will not be able to enter my classes without internet. Having slow internet, I will be unable to hear my professor clearly in my online classes. I also struggle with noises around me because we have several dogs who sometimes bark at the same time. I also hear vehicles noises that keeps me from paying attention from the class. My thoughts about my own online learning experience is that there are pros and cons. Pros is I tend not to wake up 4 hours before my classes since I will not face the struggle of commuting just to go to the university. I will only wake up 1 hour or even 30 minutes just to prepare for my class. The things that were unusual to me before pandemic classes is now usual and familiar to me since I have been doing it for the past 2 years. My aspiration is that when face-to-face classes will be implemented, blended learning may still be considered to be able to lessen expenses in terms of public transportation and allowance. The people around me are the reason I stay motivated since they are the ones who give me strength to finish or accomplish my task.
Hi, I'm Miguel RICAPLAZA, and this is one of my days as a college student. Being a college student, especially in this online setup, has its pros and cons. For me, it's cool because I don't have to wake up early every morning and leave the house to go to university. But in reality, it only goes so far. I realized at some point that being in this setup is actually harder, and there are some unavoidable problems, like my internet connection suddenly stops working. That prevents me from doing the tasks I need to do, and it prevents me from attending online meetings. I also realized that I learn less from this setup rather than face-to-face. I feel like I understand the lessons more efficiently when it is taught to me face-to-face rather than just being given a module online. Also, it's hard not being able to talk to my classmates face-to-face, especially when there are group activities. I really wish that I could discuss this with them personally. Sometimes it stresses me out when I have lessons that I can't quite understand. I wish that I can ask for help from my classmates and discuss it with them. But unfortunately, with this setup, it's impossible. But still, I'm glad that I got to experience this online class setup. Yes, I know it's hard and it's complicated, but at some point, I still did enjoy it. And for that, I'm very thankful.
Once upon a time, I am so surprised, and I did not expect that pandemic will happen in front of my eyes. This catastrophic event brought so many changes within my convenient lifestyle. I had unusually experienced so many struggles and challenges in life, like in studying in class because I am used to wake up early and go to school every day with my siblings. However, when the pandemic has suddenly emerged, attending my classes goes via online and the effect was I cannot be able to cope up quickly so that I cannot be able to keep up with the lectures which are discussed by the professors. Our internet in the house does not have a stable connection and sometimes I just use my data to attend the online class, but the problem is our internet connection does not vanish instantly. I think that there are some advantages while attending online class, such as there is no need for me to commute because I can save more money. But the disadvantages I encountered while attending virtual classes, such as the need of a decent internet connection, there is less or no interactive learning, lack of socialization, and the need of self-studying, which is the most challenging for me to learn more, and therefore I knew it is so difficult for me to cope up and adapt to this new normal. However, I am still motivated to learn efficiently as my family have my back and they continuously support me to achieve my dreams and goals in life.
Hello, I am ELMINA Hannah, an incoming second-year college student. Ever since COVID-19 entered our country, that resulted in lockdowns and implementations of safety protocols that limited our ability to create moments with our friends and families. Given the ample time to ponder and be by yourself at all times, an existential crisis has grown in me that it haunts me every day. This is one of the struggles I am facing these days. Because of this, I constantly question the things I have been doing and believing for years, like, is studying worth it? Is life worth fighting for? And so on. I actually have the symptoms of having a mental health problem, specifically depression. According to the 3 mental health tests I have taken, I have a severe symptom of depression. But after 3 months, I look into it again and it had reduced and become mild. It's a long story, but because of the roller coaster ride I have gone through, it gets in my way every time I am studying. It resulted in me being unmotivated, uneasy, and anxious every now and then. Every day, I just count on the remaining hours left for the day and wait for tomorrow to come and pass. It's been a cycle. I have tried every single coping mechanism that I know. Listening to motivational and arcade music, podcasts, playing online games, watching K-dramas, sleeping, writing scheduled emails for myself. Even doing those, they are not enough. I think I really need to consult a professional to check on me. But in this pandemic years, money is really hard to earn, which is why I opted to keep it on myself, hoping that this feeling would subside quickly. Life during a pandemic is really hard, but when everything doesn't seem to be going as planned, I just think that some people are going through worse than I am. Even if it means I am gaslighting myself. Each of us has baggage to carry. Some may be too heavy and some are so-so. It does not mean that the one who is smiling brightly has a happy and well-lived life. In this life, we should just first learn how to love and understand.